हैं बादा मस्त बादा आशा में अहमदियत चलता है दौर मीना ओ जाम अहमदियत.
Now, going straight to Britain, with the petrol crisis, there has not been an improvement in supplies. And although it has improved from 37 from 27%, it's still a shortage and they're still sorting it out. And the demand is always higher with a lot of panic buying and just them being closed.
Can we talk about this for a second, guys?
Yeah, sure.
Zaryab, I don't know how many of you guys drive. Zaryab, Haris, Zishan. How are you guys finding getting petrol? What's your stories?
Well, it was only in Climax for like a day, I sensed. After that, there's only been max free cars in front of me at my local thing. There's been some conspiracies. Have you heard them?
No.
Conspiracies?
I've heard them.
They're quite believable, to be fair.
Yeah, they are.
Well, what are the conspiracies?
What have you heard?
Basically that over Corona, because of all these, because petrol has a sell by like an expiry date of 6 months, and over COVID that there was loads of reserve fuel sitting there that wasn't being used, so to get it all gone without it being spoiled, they had to release something to get people panic buying. Which makes sense because petrol and diesel have about a tank life of about 6 months, and with all these people working from home, it's just sitting there. So
yeah, so you didn't have too much problem filling up your petrol then?
Well, there was one. I was in London on the weekend. I waited, I think, just under an hour on the. But yeah, that was the only crisis I had.
Okay.
Lot of traffic.
What about Haris?
No, Marissa, not really. I think for the first couple of days, I think it was only one day that I found it hard to find petrol, and my tank was really my petrol was running out, and I was running around Birmingham trying to find petrol on an tank. That was only one day though. I went to London a couple of days ago. It's really bad in London though. Like every petrol station, you have to wait at least an hour for you to get petrol. But I think in Birmingham it's better now. I filled up my tank today. There's only one car in front of me.
Oh, okay. Slowly getting back to normal. Yeah, there was that famous video of them interviewing the lady and saying, "Who do you blame?" And she was like, "I'm sorry to say, but I blame the media." He said that if the media didn't hype it up, then people wouldn't go into panic buy, as in they would just think that it's just normal. As in, whenever you go to a petrol station normally and you see it's closed, you think, okay, just go to another one. But because they've made everyone so scared, people going crazy, filling up 100 different bottles to bring back home and stuff. With me, I was chilling. Because I wasn't traveling in those days, so I knew I was at home. But I went just a few days ago, and I was in reserve. I had like 60, 70 miles left in my tank. So I got to the place, and they had quite a few cars. It's just on Shell, just on the motorway here. And I managed to get behind one of the cars. And while I was waiting, I saw one of the guys come outside the shop, and he had those signs saying, petrol's finished or diesel's finished. And it was like a Bollywood movie, man. He was walking slow motion, and he was coming towards our end. I was like, "No, don't come towards me." And then he basically puts it on, but he puts it on the petrol instead of the diesel. So we were like doing the route street while he was walking towards us. But then, alhamdulillah. It was like a little panic moment for us because we were wanting everyone to quickly fill up their petrol so we could do ours, and we're just thinking that the diesel will just finish while everyone else is putting theirs in. But yeah, man, it was so weird. I think the media is hyped up quite a lot, but inshallah it'll get back to normal soon. A lot of people were telling me that usually they fill up only £20 or £30. But because of this whole situation, they'd go for a full tangi, and then so they don't have to worry about traveling afterwards. But man, it was crazy, man. Has anyone else got any stories? Zaid, you must have some good ones. Driving a lorry. I don't know if Zaid, you've been.
Assalamu alaikum, guys. Yeah, literally just driving a lorry right now. So if the connection drops, I do apologize. Just literally reaching depot at the moment. Yeah, man. So to be honest, I don't know. the main thing is that there's a very big shortage of HGV drivers, which has been for many years. That's the bottom line, basically. And you know, this today, let's say if they're saying you know, they face issues in the fuel industry, tomorrow could be something else. So I think we should just really pray and you know, just hope that, you know, there's no other kind of panic buying things going on. And just one thing I wanted to say is that, you know, I remember Hazur Akhtar has said, you know, that we when there was you know, when Europe, UK was about to leave Europe, Brexit and so on, he said we should work together. We should, you know, together we're stronger. And that's right. Since I think they have left as well, you know, they're facing a lot of issues with the HGV drivers, and it's increasing that demand. So if we stick together, we're stronger. At the end of the day, we're an island, and you know, everything comes inside this island, and we hardly make anything. You know, we basically just get shipped into this country. So I think that, you know, there's a lot more ahead to worry about. But let's, you know, I'll say just pray and hopefully it doesn't get worse. So yeah, man.
Did you get offered to bring petrol into the country as well?
No, not yet. You actually have to have a special sort of training to drive a what do you call it, a fuel lorry, but I haven't done that. Yeah, so I think the rates have increased dramatically. They're offering everyone a lot of money, you know, drivers. They're doing a lot of schemes. They're doing very stupid stuff recently, the government, where they're saying to a car driver, you can go for straight, you know, you don't even have to do a rigid license, which is a class 2. You can go straight for a class 1, which is a 44-ton lorry. You can drive that from a car to that, and that's what they're offering, and they're going to just give a go ahead with that in the next couple of days. And that's absolutely crazy. So imagine if you're driving a car which is about no longer than 3 meters, someone tells you to, you know, tomorrow drive a lorry which is 17 meters and is about 17 meters behind you. So yeah, I mean, it's that's the sort of you know, demand you know, the country is facing, and the government is desperate basically at the moment.
Yeah, Jazakallah Zaid, but that's incredible. It's good to get different people's views because everyone's going through the same thing. And yeah, like you said, yeah, it's, you know, it's all just a offshoot of the decision of Brexit, and people are even saying, all those people who voted for Brexit, why are you crying? You know, this is what you voted for, and these are the circumstances of and the results of what you decided. Yeah, like you said, you know, sticking together is always is against division, and us being part of Europe and part of the EU, you know, it had benefits. So
Exactly.
yeah, inshallah, whatever happens, you know, hopefully people learn from their mistakes, and inshallah we can live easy, happy.
Inshallah.
Okay, Jazakallah. We'll go back to Qasim now. Qasim, over to you. Carry on with the news. Jazakallah.